Look at the brothers. You think the Bruce brothers argue? Look at these brothers right here, man. All the way from fucking Colorado and Oklahoma. They're going at it. Fucking Ashton Hitman Vega and KFT. And today we do have a special guest, man. Our boy, fucking Senek, all the way from California, Califas.
What's up, everyone?
We're gonna call him, man, the fucking Lucha King, bro. He's got fucking his knowledge about masks and everything is fucking amazing. We're gonna have a good time. We had him on before, but we had him. He was able to do another interview with us today. So we're blessed to have you out it, especially before the gathering, before WrestleMania.
Yeah,
so
Mania.
yeah. So I don't know. Okay, so Ash apparently is not here. Who's here today?
Cybernetico.
Okay.
Cybernetico.
And apparently KFT is not in the house. This is also.
Mira, Manny, déjate digo. Yo soy de Santiago, no de Colorado.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I didn't hit the SAP button, so I got to translate afterwards, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys know what it is, here it goes.
I'm that Ray Wolverine, brother. Look at my heat right here.
Oh, shit. Oh, Ray Wolverine.
Damn, I didn't get my claws. Damn it. Chinga, I forgot my claws, bro. They're illegal inside the squared circle, though. But I got them.
Yes, that's true. That is a legal object.
You gotta go get them, though. I want to see those.
Come on,
He said you gotta go get them.
See those? I'm trying not to laugh over here. I'm trying to straight face because I lost one eye.
Oh, Chicago.
This one used to be open, but I had to close it so you don't see my fucked up eye.
Oh, damn.
That happened in a match.
Dude, it was
That happened in a match.
It was with this dude's bitch ass brother.
He gouged out his eye. That's how they get down. They fucking gouged out his eye.
He cheated.
Chicago.
He cheated.
He cheated. He ripped half your mask off and took your eye with it.
There's no cheating in wrestling. There's no
That's
cheating
true.
in wrestling.
As long as you get that W, that's all that matters.
Yep.
All right. But all right, man. We fucking got.
But this thing's about to heat up, so I'm gonna have to buckle up for this one.
He's buckling up, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hold the fuck this guy. Watch, I'm about to show him up. Go ahead. I'll be right back.
Shit.
Oh, Chingao. Look, he's going for the 10 count. What the fuck's going on?
Better start counting it.
Yep, counting, Senek.
2, 3, 4, 5.
He thinks
5, 6,
7, 8, 9, 10.
He's gone.
Ow.
He fucking won. Look at that shit, bro. He's scared of pinche fucking Mexican Wolverine. Oh, look.
Shit.
Now he comes in with the strap afterwards.
Oh, shit.
Yo, but you lost the match, bro. You lost the match.
TMLL AAA in the house.
Yo.
Right, the champion. And that's no chump shit, Manny. That's no chump shit.
That's right. He kept it. Look at that shit. He keep the title. You can't. Title does not change hands on a count out, bro.
He doesn't. That's how he did it.
Yup. You missed the count out. So Ray Wolverine just won. He beat your ass. You got scared, bro. You didn't make it in before the 10 count, bro.
That's fucked
Actually, it was like a 15 count, but
It was. I was trying to keep up with him.
That's what everyone said when Mike Tyson knocks him down.
Hell yeah.
It was a 3-fall match. I was tired.
It
wasn't that he beat my ass. I was tired. I tired myself out.
Oh, you tired your eyeball out, your good eye.
Yeah. The fuck? You think you could go 3 rounds of wrestling?
3 rounds of wrestling. Yeah, that'd be crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
3 caídas, güey. 3 caídas. No, what's up?
2 de 3.
So what's up with you, bro? How you been, man? We haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've been good. Still traveling here and there. Still collecting here and there.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Do you got any new shit that you want to show?
I do.
Oh, fuck. I don't know if you
want
want
ready to see one? I actually keep this one on display on my desk.
A la verga, a ver.
Oh, shit.
This one, actually, man, I think you're going to like this one.
That's the crown.
This one was worn in the early 80s.
Ay, güey.
Straight from Japan.
Shit.
Early 80s, this one's original. It's very few of them. He wore very few of them like this, like with the full face. He was known for wearing them with like the cut face.
Orale.
That him.
Let's see.
The original tiger mask.
Oh shit, man!
No.
No way.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Shit.
Look at that fucking butte, man.
Wow.
The person who made this mask, Oji-san, this is actually the same guy that made the masks for Andre the Giant when Andre the Giant was a masked wrestler.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, when he was Super Strong Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know that shit either.
And this one's it's actually like really unique because I've never seen this on a mask before. Where the back, where the agujetero, it's actually like part of like the applications for his decoration, so it doesn't have a real agujetero. Now check this out. Instead of having just one lace, he uses two.
Oh, for the front too.
Yeah, he uses one for the front and one for the back.
So it didn't pop out. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Yo, I've never seen that.
Yeah, me neither.
Me either.
Damn.
Man, that's
fucking bad.
The next question is ¿cuánto? How
¿Cuánto?
much for it?
That's a private question.
Yeah.
Yo, that thing's clean, brother.
This was a nice one.
He said there is no price on when it comes to love.
Actually, another one that I got, I got it last year. I think like the year before. This one is actually like the first martial artist masked wrestler.
Really?
Yeah. This one was worn. There's actually very few of these, and these are actually like pricey. This one was worn in 1983. The one my brother has, my collecting partner, that one was worn in the 70s.
Wow.
And this is Kung Fu.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit. Fuck yeah.
It's Kung Fu Senior, the one who passed away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
They don't even make this material, this jersey. It's called Maya in Spanish.
Simone.
They don't make it like this anymore.
Now was that made in Mexico or was that made in
no, this was in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He was from Mexico. But he was like the one that like the martial artist gimmick who like really messed up. Like it was him, and then from there you had Kato Kung Lee, who was his partner, who wore a white mask. And after that came Kendo. Kendo was part of like the team with these guys. And then Kendo's actually the one who created Octagon's mask design.
So hold up.
Yeah.
The Kendo?
Yeah.
What mask did he wear?
It was a white and black one. I can actually pull up a picture. I don't have one anymore.
Because when you showed that one, that's who I thought it was.
No, this is Kung Fu.
Yeah, for some reason I thought that's who that was.
Yeah. No,
Damn, he created the design for Octagon.
Yeah, Kendo created because Kendo is actually a mask maker.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, his name is he has a different name as a mask maker, El Chombo. This guy. Kendo.
Oh shit. Yeah, right there.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
This guy's a hustler of a mask maker. They'll tell you that. Because a lot of the good mask makers, there's very few of them still alive. The guy who made this one, he's still alive. But he's one of like the 3-4.
Damn.
Kendo actually worked for almost every big wrestler in the 70s and 80s, low key. And a lot of people don't know that. This is because Kendo he was fighting in an arena called El Toreo de Cuatro Caminos. This is where Canek used to fight. This is where Los Caras Senior used to fight. All them. Yokozuna fought there when he used to be Coquina in Mexico. And they caught wind that he knew how to make masks in his own way. And they would just ask him, hey Kendo, hey Chombo, make me a mask. And so this day, if you message that guy, he'll make it for you.
Really?
Right away.
Damn.
Yeah. And he'll send, and he's not expensive either, like for replicas or whatever. He's an affordable guy, and he works fast.
Yeah, man. Remind me that, bro. We're gonna have to chat off screen, but that is fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah, he actually comes out here like every couple months. So he's actually gonna be here next month.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's gonna be a small wrestling show here.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, he's gonna be selling things.
Dude.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
No. You know what? like for example, like we had Stitch on the show last, right? And he changed the game for Cutman. Like, is that something that in Lucha Libre should be known as, where it's like these are the top mask makers that you go to, where the pros go to this guy and everyone chooses?
Oh yeah, especially for this stuff. The problem with these though is that a lot of these mask makers aren't alive anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But they will
Yeah.
always be considered those top ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
is there anyone right now that is the top one that people go to, or is it where luchadores grow up with the one in their neighborhood, and they just stick to that homeboy because he's the one that made them for them on their way up? So they're like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna help out whoever was there for me." Do you know what I'm trying to say?
One of the very few that actually still makes them from those eras is actually the one who made this Kung Fu mask. Him and his brother. His brother is another mask maker named Guerrero Inca.
All right.
Yeah. But those two, another one who's actually good, that's from the old days, is another one called, his name is Rolling. I mentioned them on the last episode.
Simone.
Because I have a mask that was made by him. I have two of them. That guy Rolling is actually Ultimo Dragon's mask maker.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know if he designed the mask, but that mask is one of the greatest ever made.
Yeah.
That mask is una chulada. Like that is beautiful wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to know who the fuck he is. When he comes in the ring and you see that mask, you're like, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
was just
you're right.
on another level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he's an ultra legend, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have one of his yet, and I will though, for sure. Like 100%.
Yeah, I don't have one either.
One.
Yeah, but I do have a couple made by his mask maker. In terms of who does everybody go to, there's a lot of mask makers now. But there's also a lot of mask makers who don't know how to really make them. They made them for like 3-4 years or whatever. And unfortunately, there's a lot of big names today who do go to those people now.
Oh, wow.
One guy who's been around for years and years. He's the one who makes them a lot for people in AAA.
Okay.
His name is Toro Irison. That's how I know him as. And then also there's also like mask makers who once they pass away, it'll be their families who continue their name and they keep making them. Because these guys, a lot of them, they don't make them all by themselves. Like, yeah, it's them doing the cuts and instructing people how to do the things, but they have helpers too. Imagine having to make 8 masks for this guy, and then you have like 3 other dudes asking you for like 5 others, all for the same week or for the same month. It's gonna take a toll on the person. So they'll be like the son will like help do this, the wife will help do that, or so and so. So there's that too. One mask maker who actually did that is the one who makes them for La Parca, but the original Parca, Eli Parca. Yeah, because his mask maker El Pony, he just passed away like 3 years ago.
Oh shit!
Now it's his son who makes them for him, but he still uses the dad's tag on it. I have one here. I actually showed it to you guys last time, but
it's still the same one.
I don't even care. Show it again.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't care. I need to see that.
This one doesn't have the tag, but this one was made by Pony. But
yeah.
What is it about that mask that just doesn't get old?
I know, man.
It's just such an original classic design.
Oh, that's another thing. It's the materials.
Oh shit!
A lot of these materials used today, a lot of them, 90% of the masks I see made today for the wrestlers today, 30 years from now, it's not gonna look the same anymore.
Oh yeah.
It's because of all the fabrics. These were the materials for the time. This one, actually, what I heard, this material is called Sport Pes, like Sport Pes. I heard that this was actually like the sweatpants material for that time, like in the 80s and early 90s. Whenever you see like old pictures of La Parca, the original Parca, and you see his mask flipped and you see that white side, on the reverse, yeah, it's the Sport Pes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's the reverse side. Today, they're made of another material. They're made of bandon parkas. Those are still good. Those will still last. But say like anything worn by like Mystico or even like Rey Mysterio today or whatever, 30 years from now, it's not gonna be in good shape no more. It's not gonna be like collectible, really. Yeah, it sucks, but
Damn,
that's
that's
just
crazy.
that's how things age.
What do you think about the mask guy, the one that does Penta's mask? Do you know about him?
I don't know who makes them for him. You know what? Actually,
It's his homeboy.
In the whole mask collecting world, I've seen, I see. I don't like Penta, but I see Penta masks by the dozen.
What the fuck?
Oh wow!
Originals and replicas by the dozen.
Wait. I hate to stop you there, brother, but you said
Yeah.
you don't like Penta?
Yeah.
Nah,
Why? What the fuck? He's running it for us, man.
I'm not a fan of that. I'm a fan of the OG.
Yeah, it's because you like. I've noticed that you like the old school shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
look at that mask, bro.
Es
Qué
el,
bonita.
Yeah, but yeah, you know.
you're gonna make me put this on, brother.
No, that's crazy, man. I never heard.
Yeah.
They don't like Penta, but that's cool, dude. I respect it.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
but yeah, like I see those masks by the dozen, originals and replicas.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
So
ain't got one?
Huh?
You ain't got one?
Nah.
Damn.
I'm focused on the other ones.
Yeah. I mean, you like what you like.
But,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like it's those type of materials that 25 years from now, 30 years from now, they're gonna disintegrate. It's gonna shrivel up a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Now,
luckily these were made out of a different thing. These
That's
old
good
ones
material.
here.
yeah.
Man, that's
Check
crazy.
this one out I have. It was last year El Villano Quinto passed away,
Mm-hmm.
you know, from the Villano family.
Right.
This one was worn by Villano Quinto in the 70s.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Yeah, this was before he was Villano.
Oh wow.
Dude.
It was Rocambole.
What?
Damn, that's badass.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's cool shit,
And
man.
it's still in great shape and everything. This is actually like leather. This is actually
Wow.
real thick leather. I have others that have leather on them, but not like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's like dull and everything.
Damn, that's fucking
Rocambole. Mexican sports reporter was supposed to end up with that one.
Oh well, shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, even
So
like
you got
celebrities get in on it. Yeah, celebrities try to get on it, and sometimes they get burned, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what's up, man.
Are we allowed to ask how he got it?
Well, he doesn't have it. I have it.
Yeah.
How'd you get that shit?
How did I get it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure who the original owner was. I think this was the original owner. It's signed to a guy named Drago. He's a
Right there.
well-known collector.
Oh wow.
So Villano Quinto, he always signs like dedicating to who something was for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of fake Villano Quinto signatures. And yeah, that dude Drago ended up beating the guy for it. And my brother got a hold of it, and I got a hold of it.
Wow.
So I've had this one for like 11 years now.
Wow.
Christ, man, that's fresh.
Long time. Look at it. It's got his blood there and everything.
Damn. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Like how long do they usually rock them for, Senate? Like how long do you usually wear one mask for?
Because of the eras too.
Yeah.
Today a wrestler will only wear a mask once.
Wow.
And then they'll sell it too. So like let's talk about Penta.
Hell yeah.
So like all those original ones that I've seen.
Uh-huh.
A lot of them he only wore them once. A lot of them he only wore them just for the picture. A lot of some he never even wore them at all. They were just
wow.
Yeah. But these guys, because they come from a different era when collecting wasn't a thing, it didn't exist. These guys actually treated these masks like how I treat my work shoes.
Yes.
You're gonna grind them down, you know. So it'll be till they got torn. So they got torn, or sometimes in the ring, like they'll steal each other's masks, you know, when they pull it and they keep it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and they gotta pull out another one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They judge motherfuckers like that. They'll be like, look at this dude. His mask is brand new, not a fucking tear in that bitch.
Yeah.
They're all dogging you out.
No blood.
No blood.
Yeah. So if you look like at all the if you look at all the old promo photos from like for the wrestlers and the cover pictures, if you look closely, you might like pay attention to it now. You'll see that the masks have all this crooked stitching and you'll catch like the little flaws, the little nicks in it, and a different era when nobody sold masks.
Yeah, that's true. Where they held on to it because at that time it was so much money for one.
Yeah, that's
like wrestling boots. You rock that bitch till the boots were fucking wore down.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
They probably had a grandma in the back making them shits.
I know a wrestler. I know of a super famous wrestler, a pioneer. I have a mask worn by him. But one of his mask makers was his wife.
Oh,
wow.
Because what Manny was saying, these masks costed so much at that time. A lot of these guys didn't like spending a lot of money on their gear. Believe it or not. Yeah,
because they weren't making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Damn.
So this guy had his wife learn how to work the machine and everything. And aside from making masks for him, she also made like the capes and vests for like other wrestlers. Yeah, this is the wife of Rayo de Jalisco Senior.
Oh shit!
Wow.
This is a black mask with the thunderbolt on it.
Yeah, of course, definitely, man. Holy
you know what? That's actually one of my favorite masks of all time.
Really?
Like I know it's simple, but it's got this look to it that just.
I'll show you one right now.
It just screams lucha libre.
It does, man. It really does. There is something about it.
Saca la bolsita.
Saca la bolsita.
These are actually really hard to get because these get faked a lot. The Rayo de Jalisco Senior masks.
And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. On Shockumentary, Violent J.
Somebody's wearing it. Yeah.
And when I saw him wear that, I didn't even know who Violent J really was when I watched Shockumentary. But when I seen him pop on the screen sporting that shit, I was like, this motherfucker's wearing a Rayo mask. I was like, my respects. Oh, look at that beauty, bro.
Dude, for real.
God damn.
This one's signed too.
¿Cuánto?
These are over
damn, let me see it up close.
These are over 2,500.
What the fuck?
Gee.
This is a material called brocado. Mil Máscaras used to get his pants made out of this material.
Oh wow.
Dude, that is the
shit.
See
how it shines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is dope as hell, man.
This is a signature here. This was one of the last ones that he held on to from his career. You could barely see the signature there, but because it's like white on black.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. You see it right there. Yeah.
Oh,
so it came from the original.
I did have the honor to watch his son perform live.
Oh yeah, Rayo Jr.
Yep.
Actually, he's the reason that Kendall's gonna be here because Rayo Jr. is gonna be here next month.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And not only that, you know who was? People don't believe me when I say this shit. You know who was his tag partner when I saw Rayo Jr. live?
Who?
Rey Mysterio Sr.
Oh, I believe you.
Every time I tell people, they're like, "You're full of shit, bro. He was too old and beat up." I was like, "No. That was him." You know what I'm saying? And, who else was in that? Did I tell you, Ash? I know they wrestled against LA Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you.
Porky was there.
Okay.
Porky, Rayo. Was it Tinieblas?
I think it was Tinieblas way.
Was it?
Yeah.
There's one more that I'm missing, but either way, man, I tell everyone, like, I told Ray himself, I was like, yeah, man, I seen your uncle wrestle, and he's like, bullshit. When? And I was like, fucking years ago. And he's like, no, you didn't. He was in a wheelchair forever. And I was like, no.
Nah, he wasn't forever. Huh? He got in that accident for the wheelchair, like in it was after 2005, closer to like 2010 or something like that.
I'm
in 2005, he was still fighting, even without the mask. He was still fighting then.
I was sitting there arguing with Ray about his own uncle.
Yeah.
Yo lo vi.
No, yeah, I believe you because, yeah, Ray fought throughout the 90s. And he actually started like, I've seen a mask worn by Ray from the 80s. My brother owns them actually.
From the 80s?
Yeah.
Ray Senior?
Ray Senior.
Let's do some backstory right quick for for those who didn't get a chance to watch the very first episode with Senate, give us a little bit of your background, Senate, right quick, and like how you got into this.
How did I get into mask collecting?
Yes.
I started mask collecting in 2011, around there. But I always wanted to do this when I was a kid, because when I was already 4 years old, I was already watching AAA. My first favorite wrestler was La Parca, the one who mask I just showed. And from then on, it was just something about it, you know. I always just wanted to know what they were made of. How did a mask look from the inside? How did they get them? But growing up, I always felt like it was impossible. You know, nobody owns these. How do they get them? Because
brother, you sound exactly like my brain. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Yo, exactly what you just said is exactly what I used to think, and even like at a teenager and so on and so on. So that's dope, brother.
Yeah. And yeah, like I always felt like it was impossible. You see other athletes for any other sport, everything they wear is Nike, New Balance, Reebok, but wrestlers don't wear none of that. Where are they getting their stuff? Who's making it for them? And that's what I always thought about growing up. And also my dad's stories. You know, my dad was neighbors with one of the top wrestlers in Mexico ever.
Wow.
Yeah, that was his neighbor, El Solitario.
Oh, shit.
And my dad also had, well, my grandpa.
His neighbor was El Solitario.
Senior, yeah. That was my dad's neighbor. My dad was a kid when that was his neighbor. My dad knew his son.
And was this during a time that he was like in ring wrestling and all that?
Yeah.
Bro, Solitario was huge.
Yeah.
Like he was mad. He inspired so many other luchadores.
He did.
And what's the one with El Lazo? ¿Cómo se llama? God damn it. The one that had the mask that had like the rope, the golden rope on it.
Cinta de Oro?
Cinta de Oro.
He had like that. It was a cross.
Yep. It was a cross. Them two dudes, man, they influenced a lot of the luchadores.
Yeah, solely.
And he was his neighbor.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking.
And also, like,
imagine the barbecues he was having.
No, actually, no barbecues, because actually Soli was always traveling so much.
Yeah,
I hardly got to see him, but he used to see his son. He used to see the wife, and when my dad was a kid. And also, my grandpa too. He was friends with a lot of the guys in the commission. Comisión de Lucha. Yeah. My grandpa was a gambler, so he used to play with these guys. So he knew the wrestlers too. So my dad's doctor, when my dad was a kid, was one of the doctors appointed to the wrestlers by the commission.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Holy shit!
It's crazy.
So it is.
Yeah. So like when I started like getting into the masks, and once I got a hold of like my first two, I would ask my dad, how come he never did it? If he knew them all and everything, they were his favorite wrestlers at the time. And he told me it was just a time when that wasn't a thing.
Oh, yeah. All right.
And that was a closed door thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Kayfabe back in the day. And they kept it a lot longer than the US, but yeah, man, you're absolutely right, man. And then it snowballed from there. Go ahead.
Manny, kayfabe is still there in Lucha.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Oh, it's still there, bro. And
not as much as it used to be.
Yeah, and the fans, they keep it alive.
Yes, this is true.
You know what I mean? Like in true. Mexico, the fans weren't trying to break it.
Yeah.
They were in there dogging the man outside of the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crazy, because it's like, no, man, we respect what you do, and you entertain us, so we love you.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying though, because you know how they used to like follow them down the neighborhood when they walked through, and the whole
and the whole block will surround them.
They don't do that shit no more.
Yeah.
One thing that I talked to my brother one time about is that and actually like a lot of like bloggers or whatever, like in the lucha side, whatever, they talk about this, is that people don't fight to carry their idol on their shoulder in the arenas no more.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Min Máscaras used to have that done in Japan, and El Santo, everybody, all these guys actually. Tiger.
That's why Eddie Guerrero was trying to do that shit in the WWE.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you hit up
Yeah.
the crowd,
Yeah.
because Eddie venía de lucha.
Imagine that, man. When you were wrestling, having somebody want to carry you on
I'll
their
Let's
fucking
carry man.
They'd have to have a crane. They'd have to have a crane. Shit. Any motherfuckers that can pick up my big ass,
me and Ash
I give
carry
them
him,
props.
but we'll look like the fools that used to carry Mabel. I don't know.
Remember that? Fucking shaking and shit.
Hell yeah! I'd be like, man, y'all need to sign. We need to sign you up. You need to start wrestling. Yeah.
Man, that's fucking cool shit, man.
Yeah. So
that's fucking awesome, bro.
The way I ended up getting connected with all this is that one time I found out that I used to always see the posters for the wrestling signs growing up too, but I always thought they weren't real.
Yeah.
How am I seeing you on TV and all of a sudden I'm gonna see you here? I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So I found out through my dad because one of his friends knew one of the original promoters here in LA. And he told me, hey, my friend told me that your favorite wrestler is gonna be here. Parca's gonna be here, Adolfo Tapia, the original. And he's like, if you want to buy a mask from him, I already told him to take you. And I talked to the guy himself, and he was like, look, if you're just gonna buy a mask from Parca, he goes, just go straight to the door, ask for the promoter. His name is Rocky Roman, and tell him that I sent you there just for that. And that's exactly what I did. Back then, well, it wasn't even that long ago.
How old were you?
2011, I was maybe like 19, 20.
All right, good shit.
And then all I had was like $150. And that was just enough for that.
Yeah.
They were still like that. Today, they don't cost that much anymore. Today, they already tripled in price.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. It's part of the commercial, how it got commercialized and all, but that's how I started. And then I always knew about a forum. It was called Foro Azul, Box y Lucha. The Comisión Box y Lucha used to have a site with different like forums. And one of them was dedicated to masks only. And there was so much infighting, so much fighting, so much scamming, so much this and that. I would only read it from a distance.
Yeah.
But then once I started like really going to the shows, and every time Parca would show up, I would buy a mask from him. I would always talk to him. So I actually have 6 of them, but I only have 2 old ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's because of that. And there were a group of guys that started noticing me, and they were like, hey, how did you get that? And, I told them, and they said, dude, this guy, Parca knows you. They said, I see you every time he comes out, and he brings you something. They're like, dude, get in touch with us and this and that. So I got in touch with them. And from there, I found, I remember I found who became my brother now, my collecting partner. And I remembered his name from that forum, the username. And I was like, there's no way these guys actually know this guy. And I know him from the forum. I used to see him on there.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I started talking to the guy, and we met one time, and we just started hanging out. And he told me, he's like, you're young, you're trying to start into this. He's like, but do it this way and do it with me. And he's like, do it with me, and you're going to have the collection you always dreamed of having.
Oh, wow.
Until this day, that's one of the very few promises that somebody actually came through on when it came to me.
Yeah. Definitely.
I talk to this guy every day. I just talked to him today.
Awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Actually, that forum itself, that Foro Box y Lucha, Foro Azul, that's where collecting started.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
This was a forum where guys were just emerging, saying that they owned this and that, because before this, it was all closed doors.
Yeah.
Right. These guys all of a sudden, it's like, I have this one by Rambo. I got this one by Kung Fu. Yours is real. Yours is not. I have this one by Tiger Mask. Yours is good, this and that. And that's how it really started.
Oh, okay.
These guys all came in touch together. And after that, they came up with a magazine called Enciclopedia de Máscaras. The Encyclopedia of Masks.
Yeah.
All these collectors got together, and they started like submitting their masks for pictures for this magazine. And it became a whole series of magazines. There are like over 18 issues of this magazine.
I need to see this shit.
You could Google it, Enciclopedia de Máscaras.
I'm gonna check that shit out.
Yeah, because they used to break it down by alphabets.
Now that
Bro,
brings me.
I'm gonna look into that
sorry.
shit.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, Manny. My bad.
No. That brings me to my next question. I know you're not blessed with any children right now, but are you using your knowledge like your friend did, and have you start teaching the next generation about what you know and what to watch out for? And
I don't.
okay, you don't
Because
have
I'm still
protege.
actively doing it too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
For me at that time, I didn't like jump into it because I knew I didn't have that money at that time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm 19 years old. I'm not gonna have that. But
Yeah.
now that once I started to really do it, you learn that there'll be like one or two guys that I will mingle with, whatever, and I know what I know, but everybody knows what they know, and they're not all honest.
Yes.
So there's things I keep to myself. There's times that me and my brother, like we will help somebody. I will be like, hey, dude, like, how come you bought this off of so and so if you know this is fake? And they'll be like, I didn't know that, and we'll be like, well, it's no good.
Yeah.
Other times there'll be guys who have something and they don't know what they have, and it's actually something good.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And also then, we'll tell them too, hey, dude, do you know what you have? No, I don't know what this is. And we'll be like, dude, this is a mess that so-and-so had when this and that. And they'll be like, no way, this is mine. But like, yeah.
That's cool though, man.
Yo, bro, that's a fucking Charizard way.
Yeah, that's the hologram. What do they call it? Shiny ones? Holographic hologram?
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah. That's awesome, bro. I mean that you guys aren't just, you know what I'm saying? I understand that you don't want to put all your knowledge out there. It's like the same thing with me.
Yeah.
You know, I get a ton of people asking different wrestling questions all the time. This and that, what happens here, or what, who comes up with the ideas with this and that, this. And I'm like, bro, it just happens during the match. Like it just happens. Like, like I'm not gonna give you, because I was trained different. I was trained old school, you know what I'm saying? Like it says, Dan Sever trained me, and he showed me how to you know what I'm saying? Like it says, he brought us up with kayfabe, and he taught us about smart marks, but he was just like, you don't want to lie about some stuff that they already know. He says, but you don't want to give all your knowledge away, because why? You paid for it and you wrestled and you earned that. So why are you just gonna give it away to somebody? You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yeah, that's true. He's especially, like you said, if sometimes that person doesn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to, like you said, you're right. Like as Shaggy would say, a young Padawan. You know what I'm saying? You're a Jedi Master, and you're not gonna just pick anyone just to be your Padawan. You know what I'm saying? Like when that person clicks with you, because you're still fairly young, bro. What are you, 30s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you're still fucking young, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing, when you have your children, you're gonna share your knowledge onto them and this and that, and hopefully, I mean, by then they'll probably have fucking holograms of the shit where you can watch in your living room of these fuckers wrestling and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool, man. Like that's really good. Like I says, like with these guys right here, man, they both have children, and they've been doing their best to teach their knowledge to their kids. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they don't want it, but sometimes some of them do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes some of them soak it up. Like KFT, I noticed he ain't here today, but where's your better half, brother?
Hey, he's gone, man. He's doing them 3C shows.
Oh shit! Okay, so he's doing the 3C, so he's working right now. But yeah, because that's Ash's son that has been joining us lately on the podcast. Yeah, so he's been clicking, he's been learning and everything like that, man. And like it says, he took my place basically a couple weeks ago when I was running late for the what do you call it episode? Stitches episode, Stitch, and he did a great job. You know, he had good questions and everything. Like he didn't fanboy out. I mean, and that's one thing that I hate is when people say that shit. Oh man, you marked out or you fanboyed out. Be like, bro. First of all, and this is when I check motherfuckers. Yeah. I'm like, first of all, we all started out as fucking fans.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're third generation, second generation wrestler, you looked up to your dad or your uncle or your grandpa or whoever, and you were in awe of all the wrestlers.
Yeah.
So you started out as a fan. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Just because you got into business, you start learning behind the scenes stuff, you still started out as a fan. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, but when people try to, just like this Juggalo shit, you know what I'm saying? Not Juggalo shit, I apologize for that. But what I'm saying with the Juggalos and that,
Juggalo
they
world.
got, well, no, when they got the new people and they started that Juffalo shit,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Shaggy and Violent J were like, fuck that shit, bro. He's like, they're fans. Why are you dogging fans? Because they're newer?
Yeah.
So you're mad at us because our music is reaching out to some new people?
Yeah.
Like, really? So you're gonna dog that? We're supposed to be a family? And they're like, yeah, you're right. So that's why if you notice that shit sort of died down pretty quick because the boys themselves put that shit to it. They took the hatchet to it, and they were just like, we're all supposed to be family, bro. Like, that's just not cool to dog somebody out just because they're a newer fan. Oh, they're not even, oh, you've been down for 40 years, 30 years. These motherfuckers are only 20 years old.
Yeah.
So, of course, bro,
Right.
they're only fucking been down for about fucking 11 years. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So
They were two when Malenko came out, and you want them to be from
The same mentality
years
from
old, motherfucker.
exactly. You know what I mean? It is the same thing with the wrestling, though. Like you guys know the wrestlers that he's talking about. I know half of them. You know what I'm saying? I remember half of them. But up here in Michigan, we didn't get a lot of the lucha, the lucha channels and stuff like that. Like Univision was one of the first big ones that once my dad got the satellite, we were able to get. And you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. We got to watch the Johnny Carnales show.
Oh, I remember
like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, that's when we started the Norteños, which we are. We're Northerners. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first got into wrestling, and I don't mean to be taken away from any Senate time, but when I first got into wrestling, my grandpa was one of the first ones that liked it because he was like, I remember watching the wrestlers when I was little, the luchadors.
Right.
And I was just like, really? And he would tell me stories that they would go and pay a quarter to see a wrestling show and, you know, this and that. And wrestling runs generations into families. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, like even like nowadays, you can ask the kids nowadays, oh man, did you like Hulk Hogan? Did you like, you know, whatever? And they were like, who's that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or well, what about when The Rock wrestled? You mean that guy who's the final boss? Like, what did he do? You know what I'm saying? And Andre the Giant, who? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I was rock hard for Dwayne since the Maya Villa days, brother.
Oh yeah, definitely. But look at how old you are. That's what I'm saying. Look at how you been down. Look at how long, not how old you are.
I'm very young.
Yes, yeah. But what I'm saying is, look at how long you've been down with wrestling.
Right.
No, hell yeah.
And how did you know what? Real quick, Senek talked about how he got into it with it was basically handed down. Like you said, you got the story.
Right.
It was your grandfather, correct, Senek?
It was my dad who would tell me his stories.
Oh, it was your dad?
My neighbor.
Okay. So
he would tell me my grandpa's stories, and my mom used to actually like put it on TV for me when I was already 4.
Wow.
Because she used to watch it too when she was younger, so she assumed that I would like it, and I ended up liking it.
That's awesome, bro. That's awesome, man.
He was like, Grandma, you ain't never seen no Mil Máscaras.
Exactly. Be like, you don't know about this. Yeah, I do, man.
You don't know about that, Grandma. You don't know about Nick.
You don't know Nick.
Chisadeja, te enseño la llave, ven.
But yeah, man, he's right. This thing, it gets handed down to you. It's just like the team, you know, like football teams or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right.
It's like I was just talking to one of my best friends like some months ago, you know, when we got the World Series here. And we were like, actually, no, it wasn't a friend, it was a coworker. He was like, who was the first player that you could say you ever liked? And I told him, damn, I remember Mike Piazza. I remember Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
And the other one goes, oh my God, they're so old. I go, yeah, but this is when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Kids today now, they're not gonna know Mike Piazza, but they're gonna know Shohei Ohtani. They're gonna know Dustin May. They're gonna know the whoever's on now, and they are gonna learn about the older generation. And we start learning, they start learning right. And it's just the same.
That's awesome, bro.
You know what's crazy though, and I ain't trying to like take this out of the realm we're in, but like I was explaining to Cruz, I was like, bro, like when I was a kid, the basketball players, they look like dads.
Yeah, they did.
They could look like they could have been my dad.
Yeah.
I was like, the fools you guys watch look like they could be your cousin and shit.
Yeah, they do.
It's
like,
crazy.
you know what I mean? I was like, that's crazy.
It is.
That happened in wrestling too, right?
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. Probably.
The whole, not just that, but also like their whole personality aesthetic changed. Now they got all these tattoos and they walk around in loafers and whatever. And back then they were always in suits and.
Yes. Yes. That's what I was gonna say. The times have changed to where I like Cody Rhodes reminds me nowadays of the old Ric Flair, of his dad when he came out with the fucking fur coat and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, sort of like I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Iron Claw. Have you got a chance to see Iron Claw? Oh my god, about the Von Erichs?
I've heard about it.
Yeah, you got to watch that, bro.
Right,
and man, the Iron Claw, it's fucking awesome, bro. It's a great fucking movie, man. Like it wasn't 100% spot on, from shit that I know, but it was pretty close. But the way they made their dad out to be, you know, how he was a wrestler and how he initiated his boys into it, and the same thing was like, if you want to be a champion, you have to present yourself like a champion. Mm-hmm. So he went and bought a new fucking car, and they were living in a fucking trailer. So it had a trailer hitch on the Cadillac and this and that. You know what I'm saying? And so it was just like, you know, like damn, you know what I mean? And it's sad because a lot of these guys don't have kids to follow like a Randy Orton. Who followed his grandpa, his dad, and then him, third generation. You know what I mean? Like I know Rock's daughter was trying out for WWE, and she was there for a while, and then I don't know, we ain't heard shit from her. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't think it panned out. But
she's a manager in NXT.
Okay, so she's a manager.
Not a manager of a wrestler, but she's like the fucking manager or whatever.
Oh yeah. She's a character. Yeah. Okay.
I just found that shit out 2 days ago because I said the same thing you said, and Cruz was like, "What you talking about, bro? She's in." I was like, what's she doing?" And then I actually just saw a clip of her with Stephanie Vaquer.
Oh wow,
my girl. I called her first.
There you go. You got to fight over it.
Ash. I'm gonna let it go, but you didn't. You didn't.
I did, man.
You're lucky Chelsea Green showed up because or else I'll be fighting with you on that one.
Yeah, man. So let me touch base right quick. Senek and I met at my first gathering, which is the same one that I met Ash at.
What the fuck? You were there, bro?
Yeah, Senek was at Oklahoma, 2017.
Yeah, 2017.
Yes.
No mames.
Yeah, that's how I met him and his crew, man. Him and I can't think of her name right now. Senek, who am I talking about? The Mexicana.
Janelle.
Yes, Janelle's my homie. And fucking Miss Hollywood.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, they were clicked up, man. And Rude Boy introduced me to him and stuff. And we just clicked up and linked up ever since. And Senek was there during my first match in JC Dub.
It's fucking fresh, bro.
That shit is crazy, man. And Ash was there and all that. Like, once again, the Dark Carnival provides, man. That shit's dope.
It does.
Oh, seriously, bro. I didn't know you were there. Aquí estamos.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Damn, that gathering was hot.
It was on.
Yes, it was. Fuck yes, it was. And dusty.
Dusty too.
Bro.
Oh my God, mad dusty.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Tap out by 3 p.m.
Yeah, and you didn't come back out to the nighttime, man. It was still hot.
Yeah,
it was still hot at night.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah,
Oh my god.
It don't cool down here for shit, bro.
Yeah, well, thank God they had the wrestling on after the fucking shows. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah, we put the wrestling on after the shows, after the main stage got done. Thank God. Otherwise, we probably would have fucking died in the fucking heat. Fuck yeah, man. Now
I remember the seminar tent. I didn't. Oh man.
Oh my God, it was hot.
That was one of the few years that I skipped out on actually sitting in the seminar tent or like being in under the tent because it's terrible.
It was. They had fans and everything going, guys, but it was just so hot. Yeah. Ash will tell you. Ash was there.
Well, and I was hung the fuck over. And then I had those shirts that I made and accidentally got me a small. That shit was like choking me and shit, and I was just in a shit mood, bro. I was like, fuck, man.
He was suffocating all the way around.
Exactly. He should have fucking cut the neck off. You think he would have ripped the neck part off, but he's like, fuck that.
He's like, man, fuck this shit.
But yeah, man, that's how me and Senek hooked up, and it's funny, man. That's how me and Ash linked up, and then of course through Ash, was honored to meet KFT, and we just linked up, and they had me on as a guest on Talks Hit, and then we just linked up, and I became part of the crew, and we've been doing it ever since. And
also, you two already had the show going on before Manny joined?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Yes, twice.
Yeah, Manny was a guest.
2 times. The 2 times.
And then after the first one, Ash was like, yo, I'm bringing Manny. And I was like, nah, bro, I didn't like him for shit. He doesn't even speak English right. Just give him another shot. I was like, all right, fuck.
He's Samoan. He's from Samoa. That's why his dad. That's why his dad is Roman Reigns.
But it was cool, man. Like it says, you're right, man. The gathering provides. Are you gonna make it out there this year, Senek?
Yeah, I'm already looking into all the plans.
Awesome, man. Yeah. The guys are planning on going too, man. We gotta link up.
Yeah, we do.
I'm planning, Manny. I'm gonna be there, brother.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yo, we're gonna roll deep, bro. Like you don't even know how many people I got going.
That's cool, man. That's awesome, bro.
You don't.
And
Senek die in the fucking seminar tent.
There you go.
What?
Ash is still gonna show up crudo for no reason.
No, I'm not. Oh yes, for no reason.
Exactly. He's gonna start drinking first thing in the morning. Fuck it.
You know what, Manny? Years ago, we went to the Hatchet Attacks tour. And I had bought everyone's tickets, man. And fuck, your homeboy Ash wasn't answering. Right? And he wasn't answering the phone and whatever. I went to the house. I went in there and he was all fucked up on the floor. And I was like, what's going on, bro? He's like, fucking drank too much, bro. I'm all hungover and shit. And I was like, God damn it. So I picked him up and I threw him in the fucking car. And he was like, I'm going. I feel like shit. I threw his ass in the car. Right when we got to the show, the second I opened that door, he just starts throwing up. Everywhere. Everyone's all looking at him and shit. But I'll tell you what, though, after that, he was like a brand new man. He was like, what's up?
Let's do this shit, man.
He didn't brush his teeth or nothing. He's like, fucking ICP.
Hey, we're on the DVD and shit because they moved us front row and shit. That shit was cool.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh, wait. What Hatchet Attacks is that?
Red Rock.
Oh, you guys went on the Red Rocks one.
2008.
Yeah, that was 2008. I went on the one after.
Oh, the one after? Oh,
yeah.
See, look at that shit, man. It's a small world, bro.
It is a small world.
It was meant for us to fucking link up, bro.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome, man. Like it says in Janelle and fucking Miss Hollywood. I still call her Miss Hollywood. You know, I don't like using her real name. But Miss Hollywood, man, and like I said, I know she's been working a lot.
Yeah.
She's doing a lot and stuff like that. But she still got love for the Hatchet, of course, always. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really looking forward to this one, man. 25th annual, man. Fucking legends. And it's gonna be fucking awesome, man. Like they got some mad shit planned for this one. And of course, have you been following JC Dub?
Yeah, they've been doing a lot actually.
Yeah, man. JC Does been tearing it up. Been tearing it up, man. How do you like cocaine?
I heard about him. I like
yeah.
To the gimmick.
Yeah, it is. It is, man. And it's getting over. It's fucking TikTok and fucking memes of them or whatever they're called. I don't fucking know.
No, that's actually how I found out about that guy. Because it was someone randomly posted him, but I remember it wasn't a juggalo.
Really?
There, I seen him getting posted like in JCW, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah."
Cocaine, man.
Cocaine.
So
it was fun. Go ahead.
Somehow, what's his name? Glenn Jacobs? Is that his name?
Yeah, Kane, the original.
Yeah. Somehow Glenn shows up and he's like, "What the fuck? I want to be cocaine."
You'd be like, "You can have some, motherfucker. You ain't taking my gimmick. You can have some.
I want to do this shit. Give me the
exactly. I want to fire up my fucking snorkel."
And then they give it to him, and he's really fucking good at it somehow. They're like, "Damn, bro, you really know how to do that shit."
He's like, "Fuck, I was in the Fed, fool. What do you think? I was in WWE. That's how we woke up every morning. How do you think we made our flights? Shit."
I've had a lot of WrestleManias, brother.
That damn Terry.
Oh shit, man! But no, bro, it's almost that time, Senek. Senek, if anybody wants to reach out to you, like I says, man, I know you don't give your secrets away or anything like that, but just to befriend you, if they have maybe a question, or like I says, because you have an extensive juggalo knowledge also.
Yeah.
But you have your wrestling knowledge too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is there any way like they can reach out to you on any social media?
Yeah. On Instagram, I'm on the Frisco _17.
Okay.
Let's see if you can see it.
See if you can send that to Ash.
Yeah.
So you can send us a link.
All right.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll put it in the description.
I'm gonna hit that follow, brother.
All right, let me see. I'll send it right now.
So we can start betting on shit for masks.
Yeah. And on Facebook, I'm as
I gotta get you on there.
You can find me as Cisco Senek. Just Cisco Senek.
That's Andale.
Yeah.
Go.
We're gonna have to bet a mask. We're gonna have to bet the masks for the WrestleMania main event.
Bet the masks.
We are.
Or John.
Excuse me. So, any last questions, guys?
No. Real quick. Do you just collect the shit that you like, or cigarras like from other wrestlers?
I collect the ones that I like.
Oh, that's it.
But actually, I do recommend buying some that are. There's wrestlers that even like people won't like really know of.
Yeah.
And they're still collectible.
No, I'm saying like, would you buy a Abismo Negro and shit?
Abismo Negro, I would actually speaking of Abismo Negro, I'm actually looking at one right now.
Oh shit!
Wait, you got one?
So before he was you're talking about the original Abismo Negro, right? The one who passed away.
No?
Yeah, the one who passed away.
Yeah.
No, before he was Abismo Negro, he had another name.
No, what was it? I don't know.
It was Winners.
All right.
Like win or lose, Winners.
Yeah,
and he was partners with Super Calo.
Oh wow!
He wore as Winners when he was like 15 years old.
Wow!
Actually, I have it right here.
Was Calo Super Calo? Or?
Yeah, it was already Super Calo in AAA.
I knew this shit. I knew this shit.
Manny probably remembers him from WCW.
Yeah.
I have a Calo mask too, so I don't remember right now.
Culo,
yeah,
Super Culo.
Check this out.
Man, he called him Super Culo.
Super Culo.
Super Calo. The thing about Calo's mask is like he always wore like a Kango hat on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is Calo's mask.
Oh shit! It's ripped.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
This is a Calo.
They took the hat off and everything.
Yeah, before he didn't used to put the hat on. He used to get full on hair. And this is Winners. Winners of Abismo Negro. It's a super fragile mask. I've only seen like one other one.
I want to see this.
This is some.
That's
wow.
Crazy, dude.
Tiny little mask.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of like
you said he was only 15.
He was like 15 when he wore this.
This fucking guy was such a heel. I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That dude era pinche rudo, compa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Only a few did like him, but I mean a lot of them. But he was all top. You know what I
That
mean?
is fucking clean, brother. I can't believe you own that.
I know.
Yeah. I've had this one for a long time too. Look,
Yeah,
tiny
we got
little
to
sick
take care of
mask.
that shit. That's what's up. I can't ask about Abismo Negro. I didn't even mean to, bro.
¿Cuánto? That's it.
Actually, today it wouldn't go for what I originally got it for.
Yeah, not yet.
Not anymore. I've seen them. Yeah. A lot of the masks that I bought back then, 10 years ago, now they're triple the price.
Damn.
Yeah.
4 times the price.
Yeah.
I remember there was actually a story I wanted to talk about here. Do we still have time for a little bit, for a little story?
Yeah.
All right, check it out. Speaking about like the fakes and all this, the scamming. Back then at the time, like when I started like really getting into it, and then I went onto Facebook and getting in touch with the collectors and the groups. I remember there used to be this guy. He was a dentist. He would show people that he was a dentist, but he had this huge mask collection. So I would hear like my brother when I was already like meeting him, and I would like see the other guys too, talking about how rare a Solitario mask was, how rare a Santo Senior mask was, how much the Santo Senior mask goes for at that time.
Yeah.
How rare a Fishman, this and that. But this guy would have 8 of them, 8 Santo Seniors.
Wow.
12 Dr. Wagner Seniors.
Wow.
Shit.
9 Solitarios. And I remember one time it occurred to me, and I asked my friend, like we were hanging out, I'm like, hey bro, how come you guys are always talking about this stuff is so expensive and so rare, and then this guy's over here, 10 max of this one, 9 of that one, this and that, and I go, and nobody's really like telling them anything. Everybody's just like going along with it. And he goes, he patted me on the shoulder. He goes, my little grasshopper. He goes, watch. He goes, all of that shit he has is fake. He's like, they're getting that dude. They're getting them for all that money. And I was like, bro, you're talking about like thousands of dollars each mask. And he goes, yeah. And people are getting him.
Wow.
Yeah. That's and one day, a couple of years later, he caught on to it, I guess. The dude blocked all of us, even me that I had nothing to do with it. Because they embarrassed them, you know?
Yeah, nobody said nothing to him.
They started making fun of him. They started making fun of his pieces, and that's how it caught on.
What a way, man. That's not cool.
That's crazy. That's actually like, at the time that happened, that's actually like, even up until this day, it's actually one of the 2 biggest stories of like scams that I've heard of in the collecting stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd have put those fucking masks on and took everybody out. Fuck that.
Right.
Whoever told it.
But you know what though? That's when you start collecting shit, that's when you need to investigate. You need to study.
Exactly.
If you're gonna go in that hard with that much cash, you got to get your knowledge up. You know what I mean? Yeah. You might get scammed once, twice, 3 times, but after that, you should already
start catching a rhythm or something.
You know what I'm saying? It's happened to me.
Yeah, I've lost myself too.
And whatever. There's shit that I have that I'm like, I don't even know if it's fake or real. I can't even tell, and I show it to others, and honestly, I think it's fake. But once again, man, like, that sucks, bro.
Yeah,
that sucks.
That's a crazy story. That's a memorable one. We still talk about it to this day, and it's already been like 10 years.
10 years.
Crazy.
I'm gonna make like fake Shaggy autographs.
How long?
The fuck? And I slapped the shit out of him for that, guys. He ain't gonna do that shit.
And sell one Shaggy.
Sell one to Shaggy.
I'm like, how does Shaggy get a fake Shaggy autograph? What the fuck is going on?
I'll sign it as the Shuffalo.
You know, speaking of ICP and this whole wrestling thing, years ago, and this whole story matches up. Me, that people know that I'm a juggalo and everything that I do, whatever.
Yeah.
There was a guy. I have a Rey Mysterio mask. Oh, you know how I showed you guys my Psychosis mask last time?
Yeah.
Well, the guy who that came from, this guy knew all those guys, and every time they would do their little tour from WCW, they would stop back down at his house in TJ, I think. It was TJ or San Diego, and they would just leave all these things behind.
Yeah.
This is where all these came from, all my WCW stuff.
Ain't that some shit?
And then
and to me, that's the gold right there. Like
it is.
The WCW mask, like that's gold for me. That's
all these years later. Well, they catch wind of me and me being a juggalo. The guy actually sent one of my friends to tell me, "Hey, I have a jersey, a burgundy jersey, worn by the fat guy from ICP and WCW." He goes, and I don't know no one else that'll buy it.
damn.
Really?
And he was like, he gave it to Psychosis, and Psychosis gave it to me because I was cold one day.
Wow.
And he still has that jersey. It's gonna be, if I'm right, if he said burgundy WCW, it's gotta be the Lotus jersey.
Yeah, I think so.
You know which one I'm talking about, right, man?
Yeah.
With the cross?
I'm trying to think
With the cross.
Yeah. It's gotta be that one. That guy has it.
I'm trying to remember. I know there were a lot of Jekyll brothers.
Close to when
a lot of Jekyll brothers.
Yeah, a lot of Jekyll brothers in WCW.
Yeah. But I think when they first got there, because I think Jekyll brothers dropped after they were there, because even in Ready to Rumble, what's his name has on a Jekyll brothers jersey. Canyon.
Oh. No,
Canyon.
But wasn't Ready to Rumble like in 2000 though, Manny?
You know what? I'll look up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in 99 they were at Woodstock already with Jekyll brothers.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, you're right.
Rumble come out.
Yeah.
Movie.
I think Jekyll
and in Ready to Rumble, Ray don't have a mask on, and he lost it.
Yep, April 5th, 2000. Ready to Rumble came out.
So see that, yeah, and so Jekyll Brothers had came out already like a year or two already.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, they might have just had something though. They might have just been rocking it. You know what I'm saying? Or wore it to there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they always rock their gear when they just like luchadors. They never fucking left the hotel. They never went anywhere, especially back in the day. They never went, and I learned this more and more talking to Shaggy. They never went out in public for like public events without their makeup.
Right.
So when they would go to a venue or whatever, they'd be in their face paint, and they'd have gimmicks. They'd have their and if they wrestled in something different to promote their new album or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They would have just been like, hey man, and then they were like the luchadors back in the day, where you would get a gift and you would give a gift.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I guarantee you that Violent J gave that to somebody.
You know what I'm
saying? This is what you got to do. You got to reach out to that homeboy and tell him cuánto.
No. You know what? You got to remember too, though, they did come out like in FUBU shit sometimes.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Yeah, they did.
But I know that this one, it's a jersey and it has the Hatchet Man on it. And
oh shit! All right.
He gave it to he says that he gave it to Psychosis one day. But at that time, he wanted how much did he want for it? I think he wanted like 500 for that jersey, and I told him no.
Yeah.
Because for me, juggalos love jerseys.
Yeah.
But I don't really buy jerseys.
Yeah.
Especially for 500 at the time too. I was like, what? But I never forgot about that. I never forgot.
That was like $11,000 then.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
Hell yeah, that was, man. He's damn right on that one.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? 500 might as well have been 1,500 shit.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, good shit. But all right, guys, let's close this motherfucker up.
Right.
And,
yes.
A good fucking show, guys. Give a thumbs up if you know what's up and give a thumbs down if you're down. Peace.
Peace.
Punk's head is a shit!